True story though, I think the best shower in the whole world is like right after you gave birth. Boom. When you come home, best shower ever. Like, oh my goodness. It was so funny because I was like, I'm so excited to leave the hospital with my son. I just wanted him out of there, getting pokes, having jaundice. Is that how you guys say it? I'm terrible at pronouncing things. That was just like, I was super sad and heartbroken. And then he's latching on for breast milk, but I'm pumping milk instead and giving it to him in a bottle for now because that's how I'm feeding him. Because they said I can for now, and then he might be able to latch on because I don't want formula. But we'll see. God knows that I really want this, so he's getting there. They said he could, so it takes a minute. But anyways, so yeah, so home finally. And it was so funny because, well, as I was in the shower, I was like, I kind of miss the hospital now. I'm like, oh my gosh, these are the pregnancy hormones already, because I was like, I wanted to get the heck out of there. Why would the heck would I miss the hospital? But I was like, it was so cute. The nurses are so nice to you, and then all the other pregnant moms with you, and we're like, team suffering, woohoo, let's go, guys. I'm like, there's no men on this planet that should ever say that women are weak. I'd be like, yeah, how about you almost die and then come back to life? I'd be like, now that I went through birth, I'd be like, huh. I'd be like, yeah, you're really tough, man. You're really tough. If you could go through what we went through, my goodness. But yeah, it's so, the first shower when you're at home, heaven. Seeing him home all cozy and everything, and not getting poked no more and checked until, of course, this week he gets his first doctor exam. As long as he's gaining weight, we'll see. She'll tell me if the breast milk's going good, or if, because she's like, he doesn't, if I don't make enough, which I am making pretty good amount, so thank heavens for that. I don't, it's funny too because I like the hospitals better because I have a Lance show breast pump, but the hospitals had some yellow brand, but I like that one better, so it's just much better. But it is what it is, so we'll just see if I like this one, if it's doing good, and store the milk in the freezer, store it in the fridge for a little bit, so I don't have to wake up too much in the night because I could just run to the fridge and whatnot. But yeah, my feet are super poofy too. I was like, they blew up. Everything blows up after you give birth, and I'm like, oh, okay. But I made it, so that's the important part. And the number one important part of it is he made it. That's all I care about. We did it. Natural birth, no epidural. We survived. How remarkable. I gave in at the end, and I was like, give me the epidural because I'm dying. But I dilated too quickly because I was induced. I was induced Thursday, but I went in Tuesday because I was bleeding a little bit, and they said it was fine. But then me and him, his heart rate went down, so they're just like, well, you're just gonna be induced today. So my doctor Diego was like, let's go. So they went to induce me. It took forever to dilate until I hit like 5, and then I was like, boom. Then it just went incredibly fast from there, and then I just pushed for an hour and a half. But that was deadly. Just saying, for us pregnant women, we suffer. Someone would be East labor, and I'm like, the Lord must love you a little bit extra. I'm just kidding, but yeah, but it's definitely worth it in the end. I tore a second degree, which was lovely, but I was not. I didn't even think about it. I was just so happy holding him and that he was safe and so in love, and with my partner Ronnie, and he was so excited and happy. He cried. Don't tell you I told you, but he was so happy. His little moto buddy, my little man. His name's Ronnie Lewis Brown Jr., but I call him Little Lewis because that's his nickname, because there's already 3 Ronnies in the house. Grandpa, Ronnie's dad, that's who that is, and Ronnie, my partner, and now him. So he's my little Lewis. And yeah, I, for the past 2-3 days, have slept maybe 4 hours total because I just stayed up trying to feed him, trying to breast milk him. I didn't want him to go in the nursery because he was already being poked because he had jaundice. He had to stay in there from like 7 a.m. all the way to like 8 at night. So I was like, that was so torture. So it was terrible. I was like, my heart was already broken. And then I already cried. So, because you're just concerned about your baby. It's like you just had your baby, and then all of a sudden they don't feel good. They have something. It's like, even though it is natural, and there's plenty of people that have that too. The babies do. I mean, but yeah. But like I said, that's why it's so funny that in the shower now, when we got home around 5 p.m. now it's 7:36 p.m. outside Turlock, California. I call it where we live Turlock, but it's necessarily Ceres because it's in the country. But I'm like, Sherlock's right in front of us, but we're in the country. It's stupid. But anyways, I was in the shower and I'm like, I miss the nurses. I was like, like my neighbor was so cute. You have to share rooms in Doctor's Hospital in Modesto, and it's kind of dumb, but my neighbor was like a sweet Mexican family, her and her husband, and they had their second daughter, and it was just so cute. I was like, kind of sad now. Not to be around other pregnant women. I'm like, oh my gosh, that must definitely be the pregnancy hormones. What is that? But yeah, I'm totally happy to be home, and he's just relaxed and cozy and comfy, and I'm trying to make milk. I gotta look up how long you can go for, because you know when you breastfeed, new mom, so sore, like your rock surface. Sorry if the men shouldn't be watching this anyways, but oh my god, it's like, how does it feel to die? How does it feel to die, guys? But no, I'm just kidding. You'll survive. You'll be fine. As long as you love your son or daughter, you'll just be. Sorry about that. I have something. Oh no, I thought I did. You'll just be perfectly fine. So yeah, I'll be here chilling. I'm showing him Courage because that's like the best show ever. My number one show growing up as a kid in the 90s. He's just chilling, sleeping because he already drinks milk. Got to change his diaper probably soon after. Or when Daddy comes back from walking the dog, Snow White and Sally. Snow White was so excited. She gave him kisses, and Sally was just like wondering why the baby was crying, and so it's cute. That makes me nervous when they do that. Cause it's like that better not be the vicious dog. But Ronnie already said he'll kill that dog if he tried to bite our dog. So there's a mean pit bull on the land. But like pit bulls are not mean, but if they're raised wrong, then they are. So anyways, none of that. So all the good stuff. So we went to my mom's first after we left the hospital. She was so excited. She cried to meet baby Brown. And then, of course, Angel and Grandpa Rodney, my boyfriend's parents, they were happy. So it was lovely. And everybody else could see him later. Because, the virus, and I don't want germs. And you got to wear a mask. You got to wash your hands with hand sanitizer because that's really important for baby right now. But he's a good boy. Excuse me. Pretend I'm doing nothing for a second. Why wasn't that one doing anything? I had the latch wrong. But yeah. So yes. Mother over here busy getting my baby some yum yums for later. So now I'll have it ready. I'm just gonna wake up every 2 hours and go. I wish it would latch onto my breast and it'd be easier. But instead I have to pump and then put it in a baba. And then makes it harder. So it's more work, but at least I say maybe for now, so hopefully, and then hopefully he gains weight, or the doctor's going to tell me he has to go to formula, and I'm going to be like, no, but of course he's number one in his health, so it is what it is. So yeah, like if I don't make enough, we do substitute. He has to have a little formula, but thank goodness I'm making enough, and he's totally full with what I'm making, at least, and it's only day 3 of me giving birth, so awesome. Thank the Lord for that. I thank the Lord we left the hospital today, though, yeah. Probably kept getting poked. He had to take one shot before we left to check to make sure how much he lost weight, because he lost a lot of weight because the jaundice, what he had, and he didn't feel good, and he wasn't eating his milk, so then we gave him a supplement, which was the powder stuff, whatever, but, he didn't like that either, so it was really bad. But he went up. He gained some weight. That's why I stayed up all last night watching comedy movies on mute, because I respect the people next door. Because she was sleeping and she had a C-section, so I was like, yeah, of course. And that's her second daughter. I was like, I totally respect people. That's why I was like, I'm kind of sad to leave the hospital. All the nurses are super nice. They like want snacks and they take care of you. And I was like, this kind of feels really good in my baby. I'm like, I'm emotional to leave. I'm like, that's totally a pregnancy thing. So funny. But yeah, anyways, I'll show you him in a minute. Because hold on, I don't want to show my business. Doing good, and of course that blanket's not going to stay in there. We got him swaddle blankets, of course, so he will be safe and nothing in there. Of course, I know that. And then he will have milkies, and he will be, yes, safe. I promise. I already seen the videos, and they already explaining you in the hospital, etc., etc. He will be safeguarded. And the dogs are going to sleep out there, of course. They're not allowed in here because, of course, they don't know yet. Gonna have to learn. Well, that's done right again. Oh, I hit that, and I'm doing good on that one side. Doing bad on that side because I last wrong. But anyway, so I'm gonna watch Courage and drink water. I need to, and finish eat my Subway sandwich and get ready to nap. Like I said, I slept for like 4 hours in 4 days because I just didn't want to leave him with anybody anymore because everybody kept poking him and no. But yeah. Giving birth, guys. Woo! And day 3 recovery. My butt bone hurts more than anything else in the world. My butt bone. So my tailbone. I'm like, ow. Worst pain right there. Oddly enough. Besides not my breast because I'm trying to breastfeed. But yeah. Lord bless us pregnant women. My goodness.